Good morning, it's June 3rd, day 20 on the PCT for me this year. It's about 4:20 right now. I got up early again. I meant to leave at the same time as yesterday, so get up at 3 and pack up and leave right away. But I slept in a little bit. What can I say? That camp spot was just too comfortable. No, it's going to be hotter than yesterday if you're in the same location, but we're going to be up in the mountains today, so I'm hoping that's going to work out in our favor. But yeah, down in the aqueduct it's supposed to be 101 degrees today, so significantly hotter than it was yesterday. But we're climbing up and over, well, you can't see it, it's dark, I'll show you when it's light out, but we're climbing up and over this mountain range that I'm on right now. Tehachapi's on the other side of it, about 25 miles away. There's no water sources between where I camped and Tehachapi, so I've got 4 liters, and my food is hopefully the exact right amount to get me into Tehachapi. If anything, it's a little on the deficient side, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to get into town this afternoon, and I'm going to Tehachapi, I think is what it's called, this Thai place. Apparently it's wicked good, and I think that's my plan. I'm going to go there, get some food. But yeah, hopefully we don't get too hot today, because we don't have more water sources coming up, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. And if I need to, there's a road that you can also access to Tehachapi. It would make for a 17-mile day, I think, instead of a 25-mile day. I would really prefer not to do that, because then that throws off all the plans going forward. If I do end up having to go in through there, I would probably go in, grab some food and some water, and hitch back out and do the remaining 8 miles or whatever before making a real town stop out of it. But I don't think I'll have to do that. 4 liters and a decent amount of food, I think that should get me to 25 miles. Can't imagine how hard this must be to maintain this type of trail. I mean, it's literally all sand. I'm feeling so tired today, and the sun isn't even all the way up yet. If it gets anywhere near as hot up in the mountains here as it's going to be in the valley today, it's going to be brutal. Just walking down the trail, and then what in tarnation? We're in the middle of a desert mountain. How did they get all this stuff here? Thank you, Daniel, Robert, and Patty. That was really awesome trail magic. Really brightened up my morning. They had water there and some fresh fruit, so I grabbed an apple. I didn't expect there to be anything there. It was just marked as a tent site on gut hooks, so I had enough water. I didn't grab any in case someone needs some later on. It'll still be there. But yeah, they had a trail log too, so that was cool, flipping through. It made me miss on the AT, like, every night, usually every lunch stop too, every shelter you stopped at, there's a whole notebook of people's names, and they write a little blurb about their day. And yeah, reading that made me kind of realize how cool that actually was to have every day reliably to look through and sort of see what the other hikers around you are up to. It's a little after 8 now, and it's already getting really hot. And unlike yesterday, we've got hills to climb, so yeah, gonna be pretty sweaty today. But I can see over there, there's some windmills. So I'm hoping either we go in that direction, or where we do go, it might be pretty windy. That could be our saving grace for the afternoon. I'm trying to think of the last time I actually saw a cactus. It's got to be like Agua Dulce, before even the KOA. I can't remember. It's been a couple days though. The lizards you see every day though. Multiple lizards every single day. This was literally 30 seconds after that cactus, and I saw another lizard. This is road crossing number 1 here. So it's like 8 miles to the next road crossing. I've got a little bag of cereal, a little bag of raisins and peanuts, and then 1 fig bar left for 8 miles. And I got 2 liters of water because there's a water cache down there. So I'm just gonna go for it. It's, oh shit, it's 11:12. I was braking during the 11 o'clock view, but here it is. I was right down there, so it'd be pretty much the same view. Yeah, so I'm skipping this road, going the 8 miles, probably get in closer to 3 now, since I was braking at the water cache for a little bit. But that's still a pretty early day. I think Adam's in town. My friend Joe's in town, who I met bike touring this winter. So it'll be cool to see some familiar faces. Maybe one of them will want to split a room, and you can get a cheap room that way. Otherwise, there's some camping in town, but it's by an airport. I've done that before, and I could probably sleep through it, but it'd be a lot nicer to stay indoors. But it's close to like 80, 90 bucks, I think, to get a room by yourself, and I'm not willing to do that. So we'll see what happens when we get there. But 8 more miles now. It's starting to get pretty hot. Another hiker's watch has a thermometer, and he said it was 90 when he was laying in the shade. So we're gonna sweat, but that's what we signed up for. Oh yeah, we've been climbing in the sun. The windmills are barely turning. There's not much wind up here. Yeah, it's hot. But, you know what, it's not that bad actually. It's not hike ending, it's just a little uncomfortable. But, like 4 more miles and we'll be in town. Get some hot, spicy Thai food. That'll cool me down. Coming down the hill to Highway 58 now, the road into Tehachapi. At the last road crossing, they had a posting with a whole bunch of trail angels and their phone numbers. I think just for giving you a ride into town. So I called 15 of them before finding a ride, but I found a ride. So they're going to meet me in 45 minutes at the bottom of the hill here. So that's pretty sweet. Don't really have to hitch. Just going to show up and should have a ride there within a couple minutes. So yeah, I mean, they said it was pretty difficult to hitch off this road in gut hooks, which I didn't believe at first, but as soon as I crested the hill and saw that it's just an interstate, and looks like mostly a shipping interstate. I mean, it's almost all trucks going through here. So that would have been actually a pretty hard hitch. So it's really nice that they have that list. It did take some effort, but I'd rather spend 15 minutes calling people on the hike down to the road than that long or more on the road trying to hitch. So it worked out good. Should be in town in probably about an hour. There's no shade here. It feels so much hotter just like sitting here than it did walking. But someone just took the off-ramp, so maybe that's my ride. Into town here, into Tehachapi. I just left Wits End. That's like a little hiker community place, I guess. They've got a list of all the trail angels, and there's Wi-Fi and charging, and a guy there named Dalton who has recommendations for everything in town. So I hung out there for not long, maybe an hour and a half. And now I'm walking over to the Thai place. He said that was his favorite restaurant in town, and I was already looking to go there, so definitely going to go there. Tehachapi. And then I got in touch with my friend Joe, who's the one I met bike touring, and he's got a friend. Somehow he knows someone who lives like 10 minutes outside of town, and he's staying there for the night, and they offered to have me over for the night too. So I'm super excited for that. Don't have to pay for a motel and get a nice place inside to stay with, I imagine, a shower and stuff like that. So gonna be able to really recharge there. So really excited. It's gonna be a great spot to spend the night, I'm sure. But more so than that, we got curry coming. So this is quickly becoming the best trail stop I think I've ever had. That Thai food was amazing, really good. I got a red curry and a pineapple fried rice. And the diner who was sitting next to me and his wife, after I finished, came over to me and started talking to me, asking me about the trail, and asked if I needed a ride anywhere. So they gave me a ride to the grocery store here, and that was awesome. They dropped me off. I got my resupply picked out here. I met Joe in here too. He got dropped off by his friend's dad, who we're waiting on now. And as I was in the checkout line, some dude started talking to me, and he bought my resupply. Like, what? He was just behind me in line, asked where I was walking from, and then bought my food. 3 days worth of food. That was super cool. Yeah, you hear about that sort of thing, but that's the first time that's happened to me. And there he goes. Thanks, Rick. You're the man.
They have a number of wells